Hello movie friends and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the new action-adventure film, Uncharted. It is the newest video game to movie adaptation. This is directed by Ruben Fleischer, who has directed Zombieland and Venom, among a few other things. And it has Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, who is the main antagonist of the games and now the movie. And then we have Mark Wahlberg as Victor Soli, who is kind of his mentor and partner throughout the entire thing. We also have Antonio Banderas as a pseudo-villain, and we have some newcomers. Sophia Taylor-Ali and Tati Gabrielle. Now, I have never actually played the video game, so I'm not really sure if this is a good adaptation, but I have watched someone play it over the years a couple of times. Tom Holland as Nathan Drake fits the bill, like, kind of physically, but he still kind of seems like he's just playing Peter Parker in a high school or Spider-Man suit. I don't know what I mean by high school suit, but you get the gist of it all. This starts out slow, just kind of character building, and you're confused on what character is supposed to play what role. But once the movie kind of takes off and you get more time with each character, like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, their chemistry starts out strange. The more time you get with them, it feels more cohesive and natural. And I really enjoyed them as a duo. I know a main aspect of the games is puzzle solving. In the movie, you do get quite a few puzzles, but they don't feel challenging for the characters on screen. They just feel like they're there as a way to move the movie forward. And each character that is doing the puzzle just explains as they're doing it instead of it feeling like something that's challenging for them. The action set pieces here are great. There are two main ones. In the trailer, you see Tom Holland's character falling from a cargo plane, holding onto the cargo as it's going through the air. That's far and above the best scene of the movie because it feels real and it felt really intense just the way it was done and shot. It probably helped I was sitting in those D-box seats that, shake the entire time. That was my first experience with those, so that enhanced my experience. That scene and the very end scene, which involves some boats being attached to helicopters, felt like they were ripped directly out of the video game, or any video game for that matter. I loved both of those scenes, and those kept me thoroughly entertained, even though this movie overall does not feel like a complete cohesive thing. I know this is probably going to be part one of who knows how many movies, but if you compare it to like other video game to movie adaptations like Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander from a few years back, that just never got a sequel, and that also felt incomplete. I kind of hope this does get a sequel so we can see more of these characters together, because it is a blockbuster that isn't like Spider-Man or a comic book movie, and it's not James Bond, so it felt kind of fresh and new, and I like seeing something new like that. So it would be great if we got a sequel, or even like a whole franchise out of it, like the games do have themselves. Because this is an above average video game movie. Almost every other one we see sucks, because you're just taking hours and hours worth of story and time spent with characters and then shoving it into a 2-hour movie. So that is what happened here a little bit. But it wasn't a terrible movie. You have fun characters, you have great set pieces, and you have humor. There is humor between Tom Holland, who is good as Peter Parker, and Mark Wahlberg, who has his weird humor kind of thrown in here, but he does work as an action character too. So in the end, if you do love Tom Holland, or you love the Uncharted games, or you just want to go out and see a big blockbuster movie, I recommend going to check this out. I'm never going to watch it again, but it was worth my time. I will give it a medium popcorn with a little bit of butter. And there you have it. There are my thoughts on Uncharted. Let me know what you thought of it. As always, subscribe and all those other things. And I will see you guys next time at the movies.